So you're thinking about living in Fort Lauderdale or Miami. What's the difference between the two? Well, in this video, we're gonna be talking about all of that. So stay tuned. Hey, what's up, my friends? It's Pierre Nicholson from Florida Star Realty down here in beautiful South Florida. And if you want to know everything about living down here in beautiful South Florida, anywhere in West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, then hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and you'll be notified every time I drop a new video. Listen, I got people calling, texting, emailing me every single day, and I absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about moving down here to beautiful South Florida, anywhere in West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, then give me a call, send me a text, send me an email, even leave a comment below, and I'll be glad to help because I got your back when it comes to moving here to South Florida. So Fort Lauderdale and Miami are less than 30 miles away from each other. That close? Yeah. But guess what? They are two completely different cities. Fort Lauderdale is a more laid-back, suburban type city, and Miami's that fast-paced type city. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use 5 topics to compare each city with, which is cost of living, activities, lifestyle, education, and transportation. And by the end of the video, you should have a more clearer understanding of which city you like the most. Ding, 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 ding. So are you ready? Let's get into it. So let's compare the cost of living. Miami compared to Fort Lauderdale, Miami has over 23% higher than the national average, which is over 4% higher than Fort Lauderdale in terms of cost of living. And guess what? The housing is a big factor into that. Even in the affordable communities here in Miami, you got houses going between $200,000 to $400,000 easy in those areas. And the nicer areas in Miami, going through the roof. Median value off the top is gonna be over $1 million. But what Miami have, what Fort Lauderdale don't have, is a lot of condos. Fort Lauderdale have condos, but Miami has a lot of them, right? So a condo could be an affordable option to live in one of the nicer areas down here in Miami. Let's go on to Fort Lauderdale. In terms of cost of living, Fort Lauderdale is 17% higher than the national average, but it's still cheaper than Miami. And then you're gonna say, like, why is Fort Lauderdale higher than the national average if Fort Lauderdale is a laid-back suburban town? Because look, you got a lot of canals down here. It's a Venice of America, and you got a lot of canals, $1 million properties on the canals that drive the prices up. If you want to know more about the cost of living in Fort Lauderdale, check out my cost of living in Fort Lauderdale video. But anyways, you got properties in downtown, Cooley Hammock, Victoria Park, Central Beach, Tarpon River. Those areas got $1 million properties, but in the same area, you could get a nice affordable house. So although Miami have a lot of condos, Fort Lauderdale got a lot more houses in nicer areas that are affordable. So another important thing to know is that Florida has no state income tax. That's right. So that's a little bit more in your pocket so you can enjoy either one of the cities. So the next one up is activities. And in Miami, there's something to do every day. If New York is a city that never sleeps, then Miami is a city of non-stop fun, non-stop activities for real. Listen, there's things to do here every single day, every time of the day. You got Zoo Miami, you got Miami Children's Museum, you got the Miami Trolley, you got the Miami Sea Aquarium, you got a baseball stadium, you got a football stadium, you got a basketball arena. And that's just skimming the surface. We'll be here all day, trust me. Look, Fort Lauderdale's no pushover either. It got Sawgrass Mills, which has 2.3 million square feet of retail selling space, which makes it the largest outlet mall in the US. That's right. Bring those comfortable shoes and bring the GPS So you could GPS which store you want to go to while you're in the mall. That's right. You could GPS the store you want to while you're in the mall. It's that big. For real. And right behind Sawgrass Mills is the hockey arena, which houses the Florida Panthers. So you go shopping and then go watch a hockey game right there. You also got Las Olas Boulevard, the famous strip. You got restaurants, you got shopping, you can basically walk to the beach. And then you got the Museum of Discovery and Science. We bring your kids there, you have crazy fun. They got a big old IMAX theater inside the museum. So you got, like, you be there the whole day. And sometimes there's events in Fort Lauderdale that you might want to go to, for real. If you want to know things to do in Fort Lauderdale, watch my video, Things to Do in Fort Lauderdale. I list out 10 things you absolutely have to do when you're in Fort Lauderdale. Make sure you watch that video. But no doubt, if you want to turn up, Miami's a place. You have to understand that Fort Lauderdale is a quieter city and it's more laid back and conservative. Look, if you really want to turn up, I'm not gonna lie, Miami's a place you want to be in. But guess what? Since it's so close, you got the best of both worlds. That means, look, you could easily coordinate events to do in both cities. So you know what that means, right? Kiss sleep goodbye. So we're on to lifestyle. Now in Miami, the lifestyle is a party lifestyle. And they got the biggest festivals down here in Miami. You got the Calle Ocho Festival, which is, it basically takes over the Calle Ocho, which is Southwest 8th Street. If you know how long that is, it runs from east to west, and it's a long street cutting through Little Havana. And I'm telling you, they blocked out the whole road off all the way to 27th Avenue, which is crazy. Look, this festival is so big, I think it got multiple stages. Like in every intersection, where it's supposed to be an intersection where they blocked off, they just put a stage there with the biggest Latin artists that's touching the stage. Every block you go down, there's a different song playing, and it's crazy. And you're just out there just like partying, man. It is fun as I don't know what. You also have the Ultra Festival, which is a huge multi-day party with, again, multiple stages. It is crazy. When Ultra's in town, you're just hearing the bass the whole weekend. You're just hearing that bass just playing through the whole Miami. No matter where you are, you're hearing like, oh yeah, Ultra's back in town. It is crazy fun. And also, you got the big reggae dance hall show, which is best of the best. That is kept down here in Miami by the water, by Bayside. And they bring the biggest and the best dance hall reggae acts to perform there, and also some of the biggest hip hop artists to perform there as well. If you like reggae, if you like dance hall, if you like hip hop, best of the best, man. Also, you got Rollin' Loud Miami, which is a big time hip hop show, which is kept by the Miami Dolphin Stadium, and it is great. Look, I'm just skimming the surface. Your lifestyle is gonna be like up and go, and just don't sleep. Fort Lauderdale has its events as well, but it's not that type of place. Like I said, Fort Lauderdale is more laid back, quiet, conservative city. It's called the Venice of America. So guess what? It's all about yachts and boats and water life. Like they say down here, salt life. So if you're about that boat life, if you're about that yacht life, if you're about going out and fishing, chilling, laid back, just relaxing. I know you're like, oh, that sounds boring. Not everybody wants to just turn up every day, every time of the day. Sometimes you just want to relax on a yacht and chill out. Sometimes you just want to take the boat and go out. Take the jet skis and go out. It's the Venice of America, man. Fort Lauderdale, it has its events and it can turn up when it's ready. But guess what? Most of the time, you just chilling on that boat, man. That's the lifestyle in Fort Lauderdale. So we're off to education, starting with Miami. Miami has a fourth largest school district with 392 public schools. That's just public schools. We're not even talking about private schools yet. And Miami has multiple high schools that place in the top 10 for the best high schools in Florida. So if you're talking about higher education, Miami has University of Miami, Go Hurricanes. They got FIU, which stands for Florida International University, and also the big bad Miami-Dade College, just to name a few. So if you come to Miami with kids, you're gonna have more than enough choices of schools to pick from. Public schools, private schools, you're gonna have your pick. So Fort Lauderdale's not too far. Fort Lauderdale's in Broward County, and Broward County has 327 schools. That is a lot of schools as well. And guess what? Broward County has the largest fully accredited school system in the country. That is big. And if you're talking about higher education, you got NSU with its Nova Southeastern University, you got Kaiser University, and you got the big bad Broward College. So if you're coming down here with your family and you got kids, you might want to take a strong look at the schools in Broward. But guess what? With Miami-Dade and Broward combined, that's over 700 schools you got to pick from. So if you are a teacher or you just work in the school system, do you think you have a better chance of finding a job with over 700 schools to pick from? You tell me. I'm not gonna say anything. So the next category we're gonna be talking about is transportation. So both cities have the tri-rail that runs through it, only from north to south. There's only one track, and both cities have a luxury bullet train that runs through it, again, from south to north, north to south, and only making stops like in the city, like from Miami to Fort Lauderdale to West Palm Beach. That's it. There's no in-between stops, right? And what both cities also have is a good bus system, and also both cities have good trolleys. And also what both cities share is traffic. Oh man, look. The traffic is crazy, especially coming down. Look, you have a lot of people that take the route of they want to live in Fort Lauderdale, but they want to play or work in Miami, which is cool because Fort Lauderdale's more laid back, and you might want that laid back vibe where you just want to be laid back. You don't want to turn up every day, right? So you live in Fort Lauderdale, but guess what? When you're taking the rush hour in the morning, it is bumper to bumper all the way in Miami because everybody's coming in the morning. And guess what? You guessed it, in the evening when everybody's ready to go back home between 4 to 8 o'clock, bumper to bumper, packed. Whoa, but guess what? If you're one of the lucky few to say, hey, I'm gonna live in Miami but work and play in Fort Lauderdale, that traffic going north, it is smooth in the daytime. If there's no accidents or nothing on the road, that's a smooth ride, right? And guess what, in the evening, that's a smooth ride come back into Miami. And guess what, if you're in Miami already, you're not in rush hour. You're just going to your event or you're doing whatever you gotta do. That's a pro tip. But what Miami has that Fort Lauderdale don't have is a train system. Yes, there's a train system down here in Miami. It's not as robust as other cities, but it's a train. But yeah, they do have one. And guess what? It don't even go everywhere in Miami, which is a shame because people really like it. But if you're fortunate to work and live by the train system, wow, it could be a lifesaver for you. Phenomenal. Also, Miami has a Metro Mover. Besides the train, they got a Metro Mover, which is like 100% free. It's an automated train that runs by itself, or sometimes it has multiple carts connected to it, and there's no driver in it. It's automated, and you could go in and out of these Metro movers for free. The locals down here, they call it the people mover, which is basically the same thing. I kind of like people mover. I ain't gonna lie, I say people mover a lot, but you could call it people mover or Metro mover. And this people mover brings you all around downtown. So you could go to the stadium, you could go to the museum with it, you could go and connect back to the regular Metro train, right? And you could take the Metro train and even connect to the Tri-Rail and go all the way to West Palm Beach, or you can take the Metro train and take it all the way to the airport, or you can take it all the way down to South Miami and go shopping in some of the malls down there and everything. But that people mover is fantastic. People use that a lot because it's free, which is a very nice thing that what they do in Miami. I just wish that it went everywhere. It's not as robust. So if you're coming down here thinking, hey, I'm gonna have a no car life, I'm just gonna hit that train, that people mover, unless you live downtown or in Brickell, you can kind of do it. But besides that, you're gonna need a car. So in conclusion, we all know that both cities have wonderful weather, wonderful beaches. I've personally lived in both cities. Both cities have things that I like that kind of even out the scales. But guess what? In my opinion, I love them both. Hey, my friends, thanks for watching my video. I fully appreciate you. And if you're looking to move down here to South Florida, anywhere in West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, then give me a call, send me a text, send me an email, even leave a comment below, and I'll be glad to help, because I have your back when it comes to moving here to South Florida. Until next time, peace.